Hey guys, it's Melissa. In this video, I am going to give you an introduction to using the Sketch and Stipple tool here in Silhouette Studio version 5. So we are just going to go over the tool. I am going to start by just typing out something. So we'll just type out Sketch tool. You can't see it because for some reason the default line color is a weird color, but I'm going to just do it this way. Okay, so we have it here. Just to keep in mind that you can also apply this to a design. So let me just find a quick design so we have something in here as well. Actually, what I'll do is I will just use star, or let's see what we have. I'll use a lightning bolt. Okay. No idea why the line color is like that. Okay, so we have our designs here, and the Sketch tool is over here on the right sidebar. So some of these icons changed around a little bit. This one right here is the Sketch tool. So you're gonna open it up and you've got a bunch of options. So what you can do right now, you can see when I have selected that there is no sketch fill and there's also no sketch edge. So sketch edge is literally the edge of your design. Now I want you to keep in mind that these are really ideal for printing, or if you are going to cut, you need to understand that every single line is going to end up being cut. Okay, so these are really meant for printing or using your sketch pen or like some type of like engraving tool, not cutting. Okay, all right, so let's just start simply by adjusting the edge. So you can see that right now we just have a straight edge, just plain effect to the edge. We go down this list, you can see how it starts to change the edge. So this looks like it's sketched. You've got various effects here, okay? And once you pick one, let's just pick this one, you can then adjust, only, if you add a fill. So what this would do is it would still sketch the outline. Now, if you want the whole thing filled, you can add a sketch fill. So let's say we add this. You're just gonna end up getting like a cross hash like that. So what you wanna do here is you wanna increase the spacing or decrease the spacing. And once it gets pretty tight, then when it sketches that, it's going to basically overlap itself and it will look somewhat solid. Again, something like this is going to take a very long time to sketch because, and I'll zoom in, every single line needs to be sketched. Okay, and then you've got different effects here that you can do. Some of them are very cool, but just FYI, keep this in mind when you are adding effects. Okay, now you can also, I'm just going to do the lines so that you can see, and I'm going to make it so the spacing is a little bit further apart so it's easier to see when I adjust the angle. So see how I'm adjusting the angle? It's just changing how the sketch is going to go. And again, you can apply this to designs as well. All right, so if you wanted some type of different effect on your design. Okay, then you've got these other options over here as well that give you even more options. So you want splay, it means you can see what they're doing. All right, these are basically the advanced options for sketching. Okay, so you want to first do your sketch basic tools, figure out what you want, and then if you go into the effects tool, you've got different options here that you can play around with to really get a whole bunch of different looks. All right, so this is again going to give you basically like a solid fill. Let's adjust it a little bit. So this is why when people say that Silhouette Studio is like for crafters, it's like, yes, it is for crafters, but it is also a very, very powerful design program. This is so easy to use and there's so many options that you're able to do it all right here. Okay, so you've got a whole bunch of different things you can do. Okay, I'm gonna go back just to the basic beginner, no effect at all. So I'll just switch this all back and it goes all automatically back, okay? Now, Stipple is if you want to add, this is more for engraving, but what you can do is add these various effects. And again, you're going to have this option here where you can change the angle, and depending on what your settings are, you're going to have these various effects, okay? So spacing is going to give you, if you reduce the spacing, you're going to have more little spots, okay? So if you're looking for a look kind of like this is different than rhinestones. Just be aware, this is not the same as rhinestones, okay? But you will get a whole bunch of different looks here when you're doing stipple. And you can change the size of the stipple, which is basically just like this application of dots, okay? All right, so that is an introduction there to the sketch and stipple tool. It is over here on Silhouette Studio V5. It is available in V4. You have a few different options here in V5, so if you're looking for those, again, if you just want to get back to the basics where you were, you can just click the X's on all of the options, or this plain circle here just basically is going to give you a straight edge.